Showing the students that the story that they have as individuals is important and is worthy of being told. I'm not necessarily teaching them how to tell their own stories, but rather I'm giving them the information that they need to know how important it is to tell their own stories.
Telling stories has been something that's really important for the ninth grade multicultural class in general. It's a class that looks at how and why stories matter and the fact that many stories matter. And when we think about American history and the narrative of American history, as we make that more complex and we tell additional stories, our narrative of America changes.
The long-term hope is to give them the inspiration and the drive that they need to take their stories and utilize their stories to kind of build the building blocks to their own personal success, but also to show them the importance of making space for themselves and opening up space for other people.
This final project asks students to apply a lot of the themes that we've learned throughout the year about identity and change, storytellings and narratives, and bring them into our community.
Movement, otherwise known as the changing of position. This word can encapsulate many parts of my life, from my family's history to the way I approach challenges and even the activities I involve myself in. My mom's family is Jewish and is from Germany. They lived in Geilenkirchen for centuries, with no expectation of moving or changing their home. But when the Holocaust became an apparent threat, my grandmother purchased a boat ticket and traveled to the United States. My dad's family is Choctaw, one of the Native American tribes that was forced to walk the Trail of Tears. Both sides of my family are peoples forced into diaspora, forced to move from their homes and give up their past life. Even myself, I had to move 5 times by the time I was in 5th grade. All aspects of myself and my family were because of movement. My family, instead of taking my family's history and looking at it as a negative, decided to take it into our own hands and accept another aspect of movement into our life. When doing this interviewing project, instead of looking for an answer or finding something out of our interviewer, asking about their story and the movement and change that has gone through their life is important to be able to realize the full story at Winchester Thurston and in their lives.
Hi, my name's Nina and I'm 15 years old. I go to Winchester Thurston and a big part of my identity is where I'm from, Amsterdam. Home. Home is a word I've always longed for. My mom lives in Amsterdam while I live here in Pittsburgh. I've moved around a lot back and forth between my mom's house and my dad's house, and at some point I even lived together with them in one place. Since I've moved around a lot, I've learned how to make any place my home, even while missing part of it. When I first came to Winchester, I felt that the people here were very friendly and non-judgmental, and I felt very at home here. But I haven't been here for quite long enough yet to figure out if this is truly where I want to be.
I'm Naima, I'm 15, and I'm a freshman at Winchester. Confidence is something that I've always struggled with. Growing up, I was always shy. I never made friends on the first day. I never tried to step out of my comfort zone. And I feel like coming to Winchester this year, I really grown more into myself and learned how to, well, not take big steps forward. I take little steps and try to work up my confidence as much as I can. I feel like the support at Winchester is really good. I feel supported when I take those little steps, and I also feel supported when I decide not to take those steps. Yeah, this project, I feel like it's a really good opportunity to feel more comfortable in people that I haven't been around and doing things that I've never done before. I've never interviewed anyone. I've never really been interviewed. So this is a good step, and it could possibly help me in the future if I ever do decide to do something like this.
I'm Sam, and I'm in ninth grade, and whenever I first came to Winchester, a lot of people misunderstood me and who I was, and I still haven't figured myself out yet. But I think one thing that I do understand about myself is that I like to procrastinate a lot, and I'm very hot-headed. And that's probably what led a lot of people to mislead, and they thought I was just kind of this mean person, but actually I can be really nice. I can be a lot of fun to hang around with. I can be funny. I can be very extremely how do you say it, extroverted whenever I'm start to feel comfortable. But I think since I was new to Winchester and I didn't know anyone, I kind of just hid myself in who I really was. I've been coming to Winchester since ninth grade, so that would make it 6-7 months, I think, now. And I've made a lot of friends, and now I feel like people understand me more.